Today's lesson is called Sky Diamonds, the world's first zero-impact diamonds. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I am Roger, and today we're going to talk about gemstones, stones from the earth that are very valuable, that can be made into jewelry. There are all sorts of gemstones out there, but the gemstone that we're going to focus on today is the diamond, which, of course, girls like to get when they're going to get married, or when their rich boyfriends give them presents and stuff like that. But, diamonds most of the time come from the ground, and they're kind of expensive. But I had never heard of this. There are actually diamonds that come from the sky. How is that possible?
I have no idea. Sky diamonds. It almost sounds like a James Bond movie or something like that. How are they zero-impact diamonds? I have no idea. I say we start reading. Once we start reading, we will get to the bottom of things. First of all, though, zero impact. I'll give you a hint. Eco-friendly. Anyways, folks, let's go ahead and start reading. We'll do so right after a short break.
Sky diamonds, the world's first zero-impact diamonds? With their characteristic sparkle and eye-watering price tag, diamonds are the ultimate precious stone, a true status symbol for the wealthy. Sourcing diamonds, however, comes at a price. Establishing and operating a diamond mine, which involves digging huge holes in the earth, shifting tons of rock, and changing the courses of rivers, scars the land and often destroys entire ecosystems.
大家好，第一部分我们看到单字 sparkle。这个字是名词，指闪耀、闪烁。例如 The sparkle of the city lights amazed the young child. 城市闪耀的灯火惊艳了那名年幼的孩子。另外，这个字还可以当动词，有以下两种用法。第一，指发光、闪耀。我们可以说 The diamond in the ring sparkled when Trina waved her hand. 当 Trina 挥手时，戒指上的钻石闪闪发光。第二，指人生气勃勃，充满活力。举例来说 The boy's eyes sparkled with laughter after he played a joke on his brother. 那名男孩对他的兄弟恶作剧后，眼神里充满了笑意。接下來我們看到形容詞 ultimate 指絕好的、最重要的、最終的。例如 Bonnie feels that a trip to a tropical island would be the ultimate vacation. Bonnie 覺得頂級度假是到熱帶島嶼旅行。或是 Nobody knows what happens to us after we meet our ultimate end. 没人知道我們走到生命最終盡頭之後會發生什麼事。另外，除了上面的意思，這個字還可以指根本的，像是 The ultimate reason for the company's success was its innovative products. 這家公司成功的根本原因是其創新的產品。再來，我們看到單字 scar， 這個字是動詞，指使表面破損，留下疤痕。舉例來說 The soldier's face was scarred from fighting many battles. 那名士兵的臉經歷了多場戰爭而留下傷疤。或是 The trauma of the car crash scarred Samantha for life. 那起車禍的創傷在 Samantha 心裡留下一輩子的傷痕。另外，這個字也可以當名詞，有以下兩種用法。第一，指物品等的損傷痕跡、傷疤。例如 I hope the wound on my leg won't leave a scar. 我希望我的腿上不會留疤。第二，指心靈上的創傷、傷疤。像是 bear the scars, B-E-A-R, bear the scars 就表示留下創傷。像是 Megan still bears the emotional scars from an abusive relationship. Megan 因一段受虐關係留下情緒創傷。
Okay, so we're going to talk about diamonds from the sky, or sky diamonds, and those are the world's first zero-impact diamonds. As you said, zero impact is good. It just means Eco-friendly, it's good for the environment. Impact, of course, means some kind of collision when something attacks something or violently runs into something. But if it's zero impact, it does not really affect the environment so much. Lots of things we do every day will impact the environment, like driving our cars, of course, will burn gasoline, which will pollute the air and stuff like that or cause noise pollution. So we're always looking for ways to have no impact on the environment so we can save our Earth.
Anyways, sky diamonds, the world's first zero-impact diamonds? It's a question. So apparently, when you go ahead and you try to dig up diamonds, this is not a zero-impact enterprise, but if you get them from the sky somehow, it could actually be zero impact. How this all works again is not clear to me, so let's go ahead and start reading. With their characteristic sparkle and eye-watering price tag, diamonds are the ultimate precious stone, a true status symbol for the wealthy. And yes, you can tell it's a diamond because it has that characteristic sparkle. By the way, a characteristic something is something that only that thing has, or it's something by which you can identify that thing. Diamonds are known for that sparkle. Nothing else has a sparkle quite like the sparkle of a diamond. Yeah, it's almost like they give off light themselves, but they don't, but they reflect it in such a beautiful way. You know it's a diamond because of that characteristic sparkle. Now, you can also say a person has characteristics. You would be describing that person based on how they look, how they walk, how they talk, what their personality's like, so on and so forth. You'd be talking about their characteristics.
But here, characteristic is being used as an adjective, and this reminds me of my friend Mr. Jong, and he has a characteristic laugh, okay? Only he laughs this way. I think it goes something like this. Something like that.
That does sound like a characteristic laugh to me. I've never heard anyone laugh like that
Yeah, he
before.
really does laugh like that, so it's very characteristic of him. But yeah, diamonds are very characteristic here, and they're the ultimate precious stone, the one that most people want. It's ultimate. It's the highest level of something. And, of course, if you're wealthy, it is a status symbol. If you have a big, what is it, 2-carat diamond? If you can put a 2-carat diamond on your fiancé's finger, boy, everybody is going to be impressed with you.
There you go. Anyways, sourcing diamonds, however, comes at a price. It is not a zero-impact enterprise. It comes at a price. It costs something. It might cost money, or it might not be eco-friendly. It costs the environment something, so to speak. Establishing and operating a diamond mine, which involves digging huge holes in the earth, shifting tons of rock, and changing the courses of rivers, scars the land and often destroys entire ecosystem. So does that sound zero impact to you, Roger?
Right, but yes, indeed, sourcing diamonds or digging them out of the ground is very bad for the environment. It will damage the environment. Of course, to get diamonds, you need to set up a diamond mine. You need to establish that. Establish here just means to start a company or to start something like a country or something. The United States was established way back in 1776. It was established when it declared its independence. But yes, indeed, if you want to set up a diamond mine, you got to dig holes in the ground. You got to shift all that rock around. And you even change the course of rivers, which will affect the fish and the plants growing around the river. And it will scar the land. It will make it look really bad. Here, scar is being used as a verb. It just means to cause damage to something. As a noun, it refers to something on your body that shows after some kind of accident. Like if you burned yourself, you might have a scar there.
Or if you get a deep cut, it won't heal perfectly. A mark will be left behind after it heals. You'll call that a scar. It'll be a small deformation in your tissue where you've been wounded. Anyways, Is sourcing diamonds or diamond mining a zero-impact operation? No way. But hey, sky diamonds? Sounds like they might just be a zero-impact kind of solution here. But we haven't really gotten to the bottom of what sky diamonds are or where they come from. So let's go ahead and take a short break and read on. Maybe we'll figure some stuff out.
For decades, synthetic diamonds have been seen as an environmentally friendly alternative to mined ones. Diamonds are created when carbon is subjected to intense heat and pressure. This process naturally occurs within the Earth over millions of years, but it can also be replicated in a laboratory in a matter of days. Doing so should solve the environmental issues related to diamond production, right?
第二部分我们看到动词 replicate 意思是复制。举例来说 The tech company could never replicate the success of its early products. 那家公司再也无法复制早期产品的成就。或是 The robotic arm can replicate movements made by people. 这只机器手臂可以重现人所做出的动作。
Okay, let's talk about artificial diamonds or synthetic diamonds. So for decades, for a long time, synthetic diamonds have been seen as an environmentally friendly alternative to mined ones. If something's synthetic, of course, it's artificial, it's man-made. And yes, indeed, there are synthetic diamonds out there. Diamonds are created when carbon is subjected to intense heat and pressure. That's how they form. Underground, they're subjected to this heat. That means they undergo this process. They're there. They have no choice but to get really hot and be under a lot of pressure. That's how diamonds form, from heat and pressure.
Basically, this carbon is pressed down upon, and there's a whole lot of heat there, and diamonds are created. And this process naturally occurs within the Earth over millions of years, but it can also be replicated in a laboratory in a matter of days, i.e., it will only take days instead of millions and millions of years.
Right, so yeah, doing so should solve the environmental issues related to diamond production, right? Yeah, it seems logical. Let's just have artificial diamonds. Nobody's going to be able to tell the difference. So that might be better for the environment, but is it? We'll find out now in the next part.
Not quite. The machines that create diamonds require lots of around-the-clock energy to generate the immense heat needed to change carbon into its diamond form. And in both China and India, two of the biggest producers of synthetic diamonds, coal is a major source of this energy. Given that coal burning releases over 14 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere yearly, synthetic diamonds are far from being clean. One diamond producer, however, is trying to change all that by making diamonds from the very air we breathe.
最后第三部分我们看到动词 generate 意思是产生引起。举例来说 The power plant generates electricity for the entire city. 那座电厂生产电力供全市使用。或是 The ad campaign generated interest in the product. 广告活动引起了对该产品的兴趣。
So there you go. Problem solved. We don't need to mine for diamonds anymore. No more diamond mining is needed because we can make synthetic diamonds in the lab, right? Yay! Well, not quite. Yes, we can replicate or reproduce the process of making diamonds in a lab over a short period of time. But this process, it's not exactly zero impact, so to speak. So not quite. The machines that create diamonds require lots of around-the-clock energy to generate the immense heat needed to change carbon into its diamond form. And yes, if you want to generate or make immense heat, you're probably going to have to burn some carbon along the way.
Yep, indeed. So this is just as bad for the environment as real diamond mining is. Yeah, you need around-the-clock energy, not just for 5 minutes or 1 hour, but 24 hours around the clock, all the time, non-stop. And you need that energy to generate the immense heat required. To generate means to just cause something to happen, to generate power. Here in Taiwan, a lot of electric power is generated by nuclear energy. From the first, second, and third nuclear power plants around the island, they generate electricity. And, of course, you need that immense heat. Immense just means a really high degree of heat, like millions of degrees, like you get on the sun.
So, how are you going to create this immense heat? How are you going to generate all of this energy? Well, in both China and India, two of the biggest producers of synthetic diamonds, coal is a major source of this energy. So to make these diamonds, they're actually burning tons of coal, which makes this a non-zero impact operation. Sorry. So given that coal burning releases over 14 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere yearly, synthetic diamonds are far from being clean. No, this is not a zero impact operation. This is not carbon neutral. It is far from being carbon neutral.
Yep, here we've got that pattern. Given that, or because coal burning releases all that carbon dioxide, well, therefore, we cannot say that synthetic diamonds are clean. Not at all. They are also bad for the environment. And one diamond producer, however, is trying to change all that by making diamonds from the very air we breathe. So that kind of leads us to the subject, and we'll talk about this more specifically in our program next time. I suppose that's referring to sky diamonds, and we've got this new diamond producer that wants to change that. This particular company wants to have diamonds, but does not want to harm the environment. That seems like a pretty good solution, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what? What I like most is that we'll finally figure out what sky diamonds are. So you know what? Let's move on to part 2 of our lesson and learn about, well, sky diamonds. But for now, you guys need to hear from the Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文一开始写到说，钻石有着特有的闪烁光芒以及令人瞠目结舌的价格。好，文中是用到 eye-watering price tag 来表达令人瞠目结舌的价格。好，其中这个 price tag 它是指价格标签或是价格。那么复合形容词 eye-watering 字面意思是让人眼睛泛泪，那它原本是指说因为痛苦至极，超痛到忍不住眼泪。引申用来表达某事物它是令人难以接受的，尤其是当这个数量啊、价格、金额等等非常高，高到令人难以接受，我们这时候就可以用 eye-watering 来描述说它是非常高价，或是因为数目庞大而令人极度惊讶的语义。顺便补充几个跟眼睛相关的复合形容词。第一个是 eye-opening， 它是指令人大开眼界的，令人瞠目吃惊的。那我们可以把这个 ing 改成 er 变成 eye-opener， 这时候它就可以用来描述是令人大开眼界的事物哦。举例来说， Traveling abroad can be a real eye-opener， 出国旅游确实可以令人大开眼界。第二个补充的复合形容词是 eye-popping， 它是用来描述眼睛凸出来的模样，那通常就是因为吃惊或是惊吓，所以 eye-popping 就可以描述是令人瞠目结舌的、吃惊的、惊人的。那么第三个eye-catching， 抓住目光，那就表示它是引人注目的或是显著的。好，课文第二部分写到说，钻石是在碳承受高温及高压后生成的，那这个过程在地表下经过几百万年自然发生，但也能在短短几天之内在实验室当中被复制出来。文中用到 replicate 来表达复制，那我们来学它的字首字根哦。 好，看到 PLEX 或者是 PLE， 看到 PLIC 或者是 PLI， 或是看到 PLOY 或是 PLY 这一类的字，跟它表示折叠、对折、交错。那么在 replicate 这个字当中，它的字首 RE 表示再次、再度、恢复或是回到原先状况的语义。好，那么字根 PLIC 表示折叠，那么 ATE 是动词字尾。当我们把某个东西折回原本的样子，应该可以联想到 replicate， 它有重现、复制的意思吧。好，那顺便补充2个有相同字根的单字。第一个是 duplicate， 也就是把 replicate 它的字首 RE 改成 DU。好，这个字首 DU 表示二或是双，那么字根 PLIC 表示折叠， ATE 是动词字尾。我们把一张纸对折，你就会看到2层一样大小的纸张嘛，这样应该很容易联想到 duplicate， 它有复制、复写或是拷贝的意思。好，那我们接着再把字首换成 COM 变成 complicate， 这个字首 COM 表示一起，那么字根 PLIC 表示折叠、交织、交错， ATE 是动词字尾。当许多事物交织在一起，就会变得很复杂，所以 complicate 这个动词就可以表达使什么什么复杂化的意思。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Impact. This philosophy book has had a huge impact on the way I see the world. Characteristic. Many flowers have their own characteristic smell. Sparkle. Watching the sparkles on the surface of the water, Dave sighed happily. Establish. The high school that Bridget attended was established in 1856. Scar. The land was badly scarred by all the bombs that were dropped during the war. Intense. Dawn suffered intense pain after she burned her hand on the stove. Laboratory. The psychologists performed a number of experiments on the rats in their laboratory. Immense. These paintings are of immense cultural and historical value.
Well, everyone, today's article has come to an end, and I sure hope you guys enjoyed reading and learning along with us. I am Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.